Hi, welcome to this Die Designer video tutorial. For this video, we will be looking at perforators. So if you come up to the Perfs and Pins menu, scroll down to Perforators or DP. You know what, just as a note, this is going to cover die bushings, which is DX, or pilots, which is DI. And actually, since we're on the bottom view here, I'm going to start out with the die bushings. So yeah, it brings up a dialog box. Just as a note, this is my old style dialog box. I am doing a rewrite on this whole perforators, pilots, die bushings, doing a rewrite and going to be updating this dialog box. But as of right now, this is what I have. So anyways, we have a few vendors, Royal, Dayton, Oberg. With the new version, I'll probably be adding Misumi and whatever else. Then we have our types, we have our perforators, we have our die bushings, and we have our pilots. We have our views, open book plan, plan x-ray, or profile view. And we have the inch components, the millimeter components, our materials, and then our area to add data into this. So anyways, you know, right now I'm looking at the Dayton and I'm looking at a perforator. So just to give you an idea, the ject holes, oblong, the oblong ject hole, rectangle, rectangle with the ject hole, rectangle radius, and actually I should show these maybe in the plan view. So with the eject hole, with the flat, with the rectangle radius, and yeah. So to show you some of the intelligence and some of the other features, we are going to go to die bushings. We are going to go with the VRX, which is the round headed. And we are going to add die clearance to this. I know my perf hole over here, and this is not a full-blown die layout. It's just a bottom view for demonstration purposes. But here's my pilot line. It's a bunch of pilot lifters. And I know what that is. So that diameter of that perf hole, which was 125. So we're going to add our die clearance to it. Excuse me. And make it 128. The length will be 1 inch because I know my die block down in the profile view is 1 inch thick, and we'll have it M2. And yeah, so let's put this in. We're prompted for an insertion point, and we're going to go off middle and 1 inch. Oh, I'm going to redo that. DX. 128. Let's jack up this outside. Let's take a look at 0.375 for the body diameter. Off middle. 1 inch. Yeah, that looks a little better. Now let me just check my progression here. 1 inch and 1 inch. So yeah, we're good. Now I'll use the touch command, start a line, snap to the center. DX one more time. Let's go to our profile view. And you can see there's the insertion point and the direction. So we'll click OK. Snap to the intersection. And yeah, it draws it in. In fact, I'm going to do a little cleanup. Just trim. Offset and erase. Just to show a little slug clearance going through the die. And yeah, you got your bushing in. I will show you the intelligence. It does have touch command, so I can put the mouse over it, and yeah, it's the exact same bushing, but I'm bypassing the dialog box. So if you have multiple die bushings of the same parameters, yeah. Okay, let's get our perforator in here. Let me check the height. And that is 2.440. So let's use a 2.5 inch perf. So DP for perf, or go up to the menu system, perforators. Let's go minus die clearance. So now it's back down to a 125. We're going to change that body diameter to a 1875. We'll leave our point length right now at 0.750 and 2.5 for our overall length. Click OK. Snap to the endpoint and put the direction in. So yeah, pop that in there real quick. Now, just for instance, let's say I don't want to counterbore into this. It's a two-piece stripper. Here's a hardened face here. I don't want to counterbore or counter drill into this for this radius. So I had it at 750. You know, let's drag it 0.250. Okay. So just remember that I did that. A little more cleanup. Offset and erase. Trim, trim, trim. And yeah, there you have your perf. So now yeah, I know we're on the bottom view. Actually, I can go to the top view. I'll hit the next button, and now we're on the top view. Let's put that perforator in the plan view, because that's plan view is where the intelligence is. And we change that point length from 750 to 1.0. We're going to go in the plan view, and we are going to make this a press fit. If this checkbox here was not checked, it would be a slip fit perforator, you know, for a guided stripper. Actually, in this case, it is a guided stripper, so we will float the perforator. So we will uncheck that box, click OK, and put it in off middle, 1 inch. I am going to X-ray that and make sure my lineup's there, which it is. And yeah, so your perf's in there. Now to show you, and again, this is something that the touch command, just click on it, and you got the exact same perforator. You just got a duplicate bypassing the dialog box once again. Okay, I have to show you some of the bill of materials information. I have a number of these components already detailed. My last one looks like 108. So I am going to balloon this, just this single perf. I will use the touch command to start that split leader balloon command, and we're going to go with 109 for our balloon number. Snap to the center, drag it out, and now link it. Done. Now this 109, I'm going to go over here where the bill of materials would be. Design aids, bill of materials, or BM. And there's our 109. It's a Dayton, only one required purchase. You know, and there's all the coding for ordering. Let's go back to sheet 1. Our last detail number was 6. So once again, instead of going up to the balloons to start the split leader balloon command, I will just use the touch command. And in this case, I have to change the balloon number to 7. Snap to the center, drag it down, and link it. Done. Come over here, you can see the bill of materials. And there's your detail 7-1 required, the 3/8 by 1 inch long with a point diameter of 0.128 M2 material. So yeah, pretty cool. For the object transformation, I'm going to freeze that balloon layer. I'm going to copy this over, thaw everything, and if you notice we have a backup plate and a die shoe. I'm going to just real cool. What am I going to do here? Let's see. You know what? I'm not going to do all this because it'll make the video get too long. So what I am going to do is I am going to just copy this balloon, this die bushing down, this matrix down, and I am going to do an object transform. So go up to transform, object transform, and select it. And this is what you would do for this plate, or if it was a bushing and an insert in the insert. But at the detail level, I would do this transformation, I would do my dimensioning, and then I would do my hole charting. So hole table HD, we're going to use the select option, and then pick a point to place the hole data. So as you can see, we have a 375 diameter through press fit bushing, counterbore diameter, and then the counterbore depth. So yeah, let's do that for the top too. So instead of pulling the whole plate out, I'm just going to pull this component out. Or I could use the touch command because it's going to create an identical component. The perforator, that also will transform into a precision counterbore hole, and it'll be either press fit or slip fit based on whether the press fit was toggled or not. And in this case, it was not toggled, so it'll be a slip fit. So, object transform. Hole table, select. So as you can see, slip fit perf, counterbore, counterbore depth. So kind of cool. Going back to this perforator, it transforms into one thing. It transforms into a counterbore hole, precision counterbore hole. If I go back to my side view, and I'm going to put that same perforator in right above this. If you look, this is where it would be counterbored for, precision counterbored in the yoke itself, or if it was a inserted retainer, the inserted retainer. Now we have a drilled clearance hole through our stripper yoke, and then we have a precision guided hole through our stripper hard face. So let's do 3 things here. We'll do our object transform. Okay, so it transformed into the counterbored hole for this punch pad, this punch yoke. Through the stripper yoke, it would be a drilled oversized clearance hole for the body. In this case, it's 187, so we'll do DR, insertion point. We'll use the chart, 187.5. Let's go up a 16th of an inch, or what is it, a 32nd of an inch? I can't think, it's still early. Okay. And now we can erase this. If we had multiple instances of this, I would use the search and replace command. You have seen this if you've watched some other videos where I've used search and replace, because it transforms into one thing, but if you want it to transform into another, you have to draw that particular hole type in, and then use search and replace to replace all instances of it. Now, our point diameter is 125. We're going to have a couple tenths per side clearance, so we're going to go to hole types. We're going to go to precision holes, and we have a few options on that: hidden, press fit, slip fit. We're going to leave it. Actually, let me hit S for slip fit. Hole diameter 0.125 and 4/10. That gives me 2/10 punch and stripper clearance. And as you can see, you have that 2/10 right there. Erase the original perf. If there were multiple instances of the same perforator, once again, I would use that search and replace to do it. So, dimension, hole chart, select, and this is going to cross over that line, but that should be okay. So yeah, you have, our C hole, slip fit perf, everything's there. Our B hole is the 7/32 drilled through, and then our precision hole that would be, transformed and done on the detail level for the hard face. Again, the stripper hard face would be a 125 and 4/10 diameter through hole, plus 2/10 minus none. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I am going to be updating this, and we'll have a new dialog box. There will be a lot of similar features. I'm planning on adding some more vendors, Misumi at the least, maybe some more. I did have more at one time, and I took them out because they went out of business, like Perfect Punch, and there were a couple other ones, I think. So yeah, but very descriptive. I do we'll have a really good help file and the video procedure in the new dialog box. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for some more. Maybe the next video, I'm not sure yet. I haven't rewritten the dialog box in the software for this, but we have ball lock components, Dayton ball locks. So yeah, lot of stuff still to show you guys. And once again, thanks for watching.